Hey guys, how's it going? Before I begin this video, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I love the support that I've gotten on my last couple of videos. It really encourages me and motivates me to keep going and keep making content, keep putting out videos. But without further ado, the truth about real estate meetups. Now, before I begin, I just want to say, this is my experience with meetups that I have gone to. I've gone to 2 of them so far. I only went to 2 of them, and they were both in the city of Houston. And this is my experience with them. So the first one, it was a panel style. So you go in, they rented out a room in a hotel, the conference room, I guess. You go in there and everybody is kind of mingling. Some people have no experience, some people have over 100 rentals. And the thing is, you just don't want to judge or be quiet, and you don't want to be an introvert. Those are the 2 absolute last things that you want to be at any place. That is not how business happens. You need to put yourself out there. You need to go out and get it. That is how real estate is done in general. You know, if somebody has an attitude or maybe they just don't want to deal with you, that's their problem. But do not let someone else take your deal and make your money. Think of it like that. Do not let someone else take your money and your deal. Anyway, so I'm talking to a couple of people. We're having a good little chat, having some basic conversation about real estate, about rentals, about what we're going to do, about the economy, about the market. And then the panel starts. So this was a 5-person panel, and basically they all told it how they had it. They all told what they were doing before. They all told us how they have so many rentals and how they're these real estate moguls and gurus, and you know, they pretty much just own the whole city, right? That's how what they wanted us to believe, I guess. I don't know. Then I'm just kind of confused because I thought this was kind of like a general practice of where we could all get information and maybe talk to a hard money lender or maybe talk to a mortgage lender, or I thought we could make connections here, not sit down and watch a presentation. Then I saw something very interesting happen. Somebody in the crowd raised their hand and said, yeah, I've been following your steps and I make, you know, 40 grand a month between all my rentals, and I need an employee. And then they went on to say, well, I mean, yeah, you're doing good. You're doing this right, doing that right. We really appreciate you. And then in my head, that occurred to me, was that an inside gig? Was that an inside job? And it just kind of blew me away. Like, at first I was already kind of like, you know, this isn't, you know, I'm already not interested, whatever they're trying to sell or whatever it is. But now I see that somebody in the crowd is part of the act. Once they released us for questions, or they kind of ended, I just left. I left because I didn't get the value or the information that I thought I would get. I didn't make any connections. I talked to a few people, but they're there to make connections themselves. Some people were just general, you know, new people, new audience trying to get into real estate, no rentals, no lending, anything like that. And I mean, you know, I could go there and make friends, but that's really not what I'm there for. Moving on to real estate meetup number 2. So this one was also in the conference room of actually a nice hotel in town. And we were getting texts and they had to put in emails, and I go, okay, right away it triggered me, okay, good thing you're getting emails. What do you want to sell us? What do you want to do? Then the conference started, and it was a husband and wife team. And it was the same kind of thing that I've actually seen one YouTube channel do. I'm not going to mention his name, but it's also a husband and wife team where the wife is a realtor and he does all the deals and makes all the rentals happen. And it wasn't long before I noticed the 3 basic other things that you pretty much need to kind of convince someone or sell someone. Number 1, he told us how bad it was at his last job. I think he said he was an electrical engineer somewhere. He told us how working for someone else, working a 9 to 5 was so awful before going to this. Working this and working for somebody else was so awful, no vacation days, all this and that. Number 1, you know, this channel is not about bashing 9 to 5s or college education. This channel is absolutely not about that. If you think that's what this is, you're at the wrong channel. We need those people, and you should do that as well for backup. I'm doing that right now for backup as well, only because it doesn't involve and it doesn't interrupt with or interfere with my current operation of my rentals, my vending, and soon to be boat leasing. And a storage unit too, maybe, if I make that happen. But he went on and on about bashing 9-to-5s and how great it was once he finally got to what he was doing, which I thought was very weird. Like, I thought we were here to talk about real estate, not about how bad you had it before you did real estate. The second thing I noticed is that he told us about how he did all these courses, and it was the same kind of premise that I've actually seen these Shopify's gurus do years back, probably 2 or 3 years ago. I dabbed a little bit into Shopify, and I dabbed a little bit into drop shipping and all that, and I saw how just like it requires no money. So already you know that a million other people are doing it. That's all I'll say. But I do recognize that people have made a substantial amount of money while even in high school doing this. So he went on to say, this was also the same thing that I've seen a Shopify guru do, by the way, that I've already taken all these courses and I've already spent thousands and thousands of dollars on all these courses. So you might as well take mine. That was the same kind of sale or presentation that was said to us. I've already taken all these courses and spent thousands of dollars on all of these courses learning my knowledge to where I made my course. So you might as well get my course so that you can get all those courses. That's exactly, see, that's what I mean. That's exactly the kind of I don't know, kind of sale pitch that he was doing. And already I'm thinking like, oh my God, man, just get on with it. What are you trying to sell us? And then it finally came to the closing statement, right? The whole kind of idea closing together. And he goes, do you guys want me to teach you how to do this? Do you guys want me to teach you how to wholesale and make money? And everyone's like, yeah. And then I just point my finger up and I go, and then he goes, well, it's going to take 3 days to do that. And I go, there it is. It would take 3 days to do that, but we have this workshop set up. You know, it's $1,000, this and that. You'll get all this stuff. And then he goes on and sells it more for like 5 more minutes. And then at the end of those 5 minutes and going, guess what? Just today, if you sign up today, I'll cut that in half and it'll be $500. And it was like, it was a very perfect sales pitch. I do have to acknowledge that. But it was a sales pitch. I'm not here for a sales pitch. I thought we were here to make connections with real estate and to talk to hard money lenders and talk to mortgage lenders and, you know, maybe even a VA lender in my case. But it was about him selling something. So let me at least tell you and share with you what I experienced at the 2 meetups that I went to. I know that other real estate meetups may be completely different and maybe non-toxic like the 2 that I went to, but let me tell you the structure and the business model that made up the 2 that I went to. So this is the deal. You all go into a room, they have a bunch of eyes that are interested in real estate. Their gig is, they are already all seasoned professionals and they all have a bunch of rentals. They have made a lot of money doing real estate, doing flips, doing deals non-stop for many, many years. We must acknowledge that. And why they do this and why they can do this is because he actually made a good point at the beginning of that second real estate meetup I went to. Nobody in the world has enough money to invest in real estate. Think about that for a second. Nobody in the world has enough money to invest in real estate. If you have $500,000 in the bank, congratulations, go buy a house, now you're broke. Right? Well, maybe in the city of Houston or depending on where you live. But he made a point though. You have a finite amount of money. Real estate costs typically on average a lot of money. What these guys have are hard money lender connections. They are going to get that deal. They are trusted with the hard money lender. They're going to get the financing that they need, make the deal happen, flip and make money, or buy and hold and get a traditional mortgage and bump out the hard money lender and use that rental their whole lives to get paid. That's it, guys. Whatever all these other real estate guys tell you, or if they make it complicated, or if they're trying to sell you a course or, you know, a private group, there's really not much else to it. They have a hard money lender connection. They have a very strong connection with them. They're able to make deals happen very frequently. They need drones like you guys who are interested in real estate to go get an assignment fee or a finder's fee, which is what wholesaling is. That's all that wholesaling is, by the way. You go a house, you see a house and it's in distress, you report it to them. They get the house under their name, they fix and flip or buy and hold. You get an assignment fee or a finder's fee, whatever you want to call it. And to you, that's a lot of money, but it's really not in the world of real estate. If you really want to make that happen, you'll have a hard money lender yourself. Make that deal happen yourself. See, what they want to do is They want all those eyes all over the city, and all those eyes are other people interested in real estate like you. They think that they're getting into real estate, but all they are is a drone to be eyes around the city, look for homes in distress, report it to the big dogs, I guess, and they make money, and then you get your little assignment fee or finder's fee. That's all that is. That's all that they want you to be there. They don't want you to do anything else. And so I actually got a call from one of them saying, hey, yeah, you went to our real estate meetup. Were you still interested? And I was like, well, yes, I am interested. And he's like, okay, well, have you had a chance to look for any homes in distress or anything like that? And I just kind of laughed for a second. I go, what I basically said was, look, I'm really not interested in finding homes for you. If I find a home, I want it to be for my business, for me. I want to buy and hold real estate and make these deals happen for me. I'm really not interested in working for you. And then he just kind of, and it's not to be polite or rude about it. It's not about being rude. It's about telling what it is. I'm not interested in being your drone. And he just kind of paused for a second and goes, yeah. And then he didn't know much else to say, and he goes, well, and to my understanding, I go, I mean, if it's such a good method, then if you want to go on a deal in with me, we can have that happen, where we will work as equals, but I'm not going to work for you where you get the property and I get an assignment fee. That's not going to happen. And basically he figured out that I wasn't going to budge and that I'm not one of these other mindless drones that's just going to be eyes around the city for him. And then the call ended, and that was that. But like I said, guys, I really don't want you to think that all real estate meetups are these toxic sales pitches that want to get you to buy a course or a book or a class or just be eyes around the city to be a wholesaler for somebody else to make money. That's not what I think all real estate meetups are. I do think that if you're really interested in real estate, you should go join the Real Estate Investment Organization or a RIA in whatever city you're in. Or, I mean, there's plenty of free research online. I just don't want to see any of you guys get manipulated or kind of hypnotized into thinking that this is the way and this is the only way that it happens. It's not. And there is a lot of room out there. There's room for more landlords like you potentially and many other people. That's all I've got today, guys. Again, I really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. I'm really excited to put out more videos and content for you guys. I love the support that I've been getting. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.